Okay, my name's Zakashi guys, and in this video here, this is a requested video, but I felt like it would have been fun to do because right now I find that a lot of people are losing motivation to play the game. But this video is going to be a two-part video and will definitely get you back in the mood to at least get to saving. We are going to be doing a super duper early prediction video in regard to the ultras we can get in the festival 2024 this year. One thing about Legends, even if the game is dry throughout most of the year, in the anniversary and the festival, people will always come back and want to summon on whatever new ultra there is. They always up the ante and somehow always make it better. They always find a way to bring the hype into the game, and once you see those animations, the mechanics, whatever they're offering, you're probably gonna want to play. So in addition to the request, I think this would be a good video to do, and just to put my thoughts into the air, maybe you guys have some thoughts. But for this video, I don't actually have a lot of possible ultras they could drop. I think they're running out of options unless they start recycling things, and of course they always recycle things anyways, so I don't have a problem with that. But it'd literally be Legends Limited in ultra rarity, with them maybe making the mechanics a bit more special. Anyways, as I get through this video, you'll see what I mean with my explanations. Let me know what you guys think about the 5 I put in here. It's really 4, but the 5th one is gonna come under a bubble. Let's get into the video now. So the first one here, we got MUI Goku. This should kind of go without saying. However, I think they're going to save this for the 7th anniversary. Now, if you guys haven't seen that theory, the theory is pretty much confirmed now without a doubt. And MUI would be a pretty good choice for the 7th anniversary. If you don't know what I'm talking about the fact that every Legends Limited they released for their first 3 anniversaries, they've basically released as ultras. So in the 1st anniversary, we got Super Vegito as a Legends Limited. In the 4th anniversary, sorry, we got Ultra Super Vegito. Then in the 2nd anniversary, we got Legends Limited Vegito Blue. Then in the 5th anniversary, we got Ultra Vegito Blue. In the 3rd anniversary, we got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Corrupted Zamasu, but G4 is obviously the headliner of the 3rd anniversary. Not to say that Corrupted Zamasu wasn't, but like, you know, you're going to be on the hero side in most cases. And then of course, in the 6th anniversary this year, we got Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now, in the 4th anniversary, where they dropped Ultra Super Vegeta as an Ultra, the Legends Limited was MUI Goku. So it makes a lot of sense that for the 7th anniversary, they give us a Ultra MUI Goku, especially in addition to how they haven't dropped any Universe Rep units this year. But if they wasn't going to drop him for the anniversary, he could very well be someone that they drop for the festival, especially given that last year they dropped a UI Goku, the imperfect version, the sign version, right, of Ultra Instinct Goku. So I could easily see them dropping an MUI Goku this year for the festival. If you look at, sometimes they drop, like, for example, they dropped 2 Beast Gohans back-to-back years, I believe. That's also something, I think it was back-to-back years anyway. If it's not, then that point off folds completely. But they like to drop the same, like, slightly different versions of the same character in the next year. Even referring to, like, let's look at the ultras. So we had Ultra Super Gogeta, the first summonable ultra, who obviously released, I think it was 3 years ago. And then 2 years ago, they dropped Ultra Gogeta Blue, who was literally the 2nd festival summonable ultra. Then last year, they dropped UI Goku. So are they gonna go from Super Gogeta to GB, which is like the Super Saiyan form, to the blue form? Then we're gonna go from UI Goku to MUI Goku, you know, this year? I think it's possible. It's not my first pick, but I think it's possible, which is the point for this video. So let me know what you guys think about this. Not just for the hype aspect. We all know he's gonna blow the world up with hype, but ultimately I think it's really good choice regardless, because of the things I just spoke about. So yeah, this is the first choice I've got, MUI Goku, but it's not my actual first choice. It's the first one I'm bringing up. Now, number 2 here, we got Beast Gohan. You should have knew this one was going to come up. Beast Gohan, every time they've dropped a Beast Gohan, the game is shaken a big amount. He's hitting top 1. He's 2 for 2 right now, and if they dropped an Ultra, you know he's going 3 for 3. Beast Gohan is a good money maker. This guy here brings so much hype into Dragon Ball Legends. So many people want this guy when he releases. Even if you run hybrids or not, you run movies or not, this guy here is the source, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of the superhero movie. I don't feel like the writing was that good. But as a hype factor and entertainment, it was hitting the top numbers. I am not going to lie. Gohan, when he went into the beast form, it was up from there. This guy's not even blocking attacks no more. He thinks he's really G4. He was him. He was him. I cannot lie. And for him to be him in the game as well, they're just doing him justice. Now, Gohans in general, you guys know we're playing Gohan Ball Legends. If not, we're playing Vegito Ball Legends. We're always playing one of the either. And let me not even say Vegito Ball. We're playing Fusion Ball Legends, because if it's not a Vegito, it's a Gogeta dropping, right? And that just makes it insane. So we've got just Gohans versus a whole tag basically, and every time they drop a Gohan, it's gonna break the game. It's gonna make money. It's gonna make people summon. So it's a good choice for a hype factor. Is it the best choice for a unit to drop? I don't think so, but they know what they're doing. You know, they have been dropping lots of movies units, where even in the movies campaign right now, even though it's specifically Z, we're still in the movies campaign. They dropped Super Saiyan God Goku earlier this year, and they dropped Golden Frieza earlier this year. Movie stuff, you know? So it's not ridiculous to also end in movies. We've been getting GT, but a lot of movies sprinkled in between. I think the only exception was like, what, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, if we're being honest. I think so, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Besides from obviously the anniversary with Buu Saga. So, I think this could be a good drop. They've also been dropping Son Family stuff. Kind of a lot of tags that resonate around this guy outside of GT. So I think this is also likely, but I'm not in favor of this. I really don't want them to drop a Beast Gohan. Hybrid Ball Legends is too OP. Gohan Ball Legends is too OP. It's not very healthy for the game as well. But they could make their first ranged Beast Gohan. We already have 2 strike ones. We know he does the special beam cannon. So it's not ridiculous if he was to be ranged, you know? Instead of him having, you know, his blue cards are always moving forward, he would have the special beam cannon as his blue card, which could be dope as well, you know. They may customize the ultimate, because he's going to be a ultra. He's not going to have a legendary finish, so he could just be a bit more special. What mechanics they'd give him, I have no idea, man. Beast is insane. They might give him like G-Force counter gauge. That's something they could actually give him. Like, you know, Cell Max hit him with the, and he's like, okay then, guess it's my turn. Or he just moved him. Oh my god, man. I'm not gonna lie, this will be a problem. This will be a problem, but I'll be summoning. You guys will probably be summoning too. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling there off of the hype factors, but Beast Gohan, definitely another pick I would have for the festival, but I wouldn't say he's my best pick. I don't think he's the best pick personally. Now, I was looking at the options that we have, right, and most of what we already have has been all the hype stuff. We've got a Super Gogeta, Super Vegito, G4, we have Vegito Blues, Gogeta Blue, and then we've got a couple others that were not anniversary or festival ones. So like, besides from Ultra UI, everything else was just scattered around the place. So in terms of like anniversary big bad hype, everything like really at the top of the game in terms of hype is already been released. So I'm thinking, what can they do? What can they do? Now, in terms of Legends, I think they stand very weird when it comes to Super Saiyan Goku. They love just releasing him for the free ski, and I completely understand the decision to do that. We've only got one Namek Goku that I can remember that was so clear of the rest of the game, and that's obviously the Legends Limited, the blue one, not the new one, the one that transforms with the blue card counter that Ultra Gohan swiped. But anyways, Super Saiyan Goku, I think for a lot of Dragon Ball fans, I think it should be for almost every Dragon Ball fan, it's probably the pinnacle. If it's not Ultra UI for you, as in for hype factors, you're kind of an anomaly. It's definitely Goku becoming the legendary Super Saiyan, and if not that, it's the Tournament of Power of Ultra UI Goku and MUI. Those are probably the most hype factors for Goku in regards to transformations. Let me know in the comment section if you disagree, but I think that should be kind of common sense. It's what people know Goku for. If they were to drop Goku as an Ultra Super Saiyan Goku, and they make him summonable so he'll be beyond cracked, I think it would be a good release. However, they would have to make him look better. I think his aura would have to be custom. They'd have to make a whole new character model. They would have to give him animations they've never done before. What they would be doing with this Goku would have to really shake us. Like, kind of like how maybe you guys have seen Dokkan. I think it's Gogeta. He's doing the I don't even know what he's doing, but he did like he had the things like this, like, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen it, maybe I'll put it on the screen or not. They'd have to do something super duper custom with this Super Saiyan Goku, and because we have a free-to-play one, for them to make a summoner one, it has to be leagues above the free-to-play one, and I don't know if that's easy to do. I don't know if they'll be able to like satisfy the Dragon Ball Legends player base, but I think as a Dragon Ball fan, if they dropped a Namek Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, I don't know if it would sell, but for a hype factor, if they bring out the most insane custom animations, they could really do it. And for Ultra Art, of course, we have like he's actually right here. So we have this one here. It's this pose right here. I don't know how they could customize it, but I think it would be really good option. Like, it'd be a really good option just for the iconic level of it, you know? Outside of that, I don't know. But I was thinking of options and I really couldn't think of anything that could really carry an anniversary or festival. If it can be anniversary hype, it can be festival hype. And if it can be festival hype, it can be anniversary hype. So just as an extra outside of the ones I've mentioned already, and I've got one more after this. Like I said, I have 5, but it's really 4. Super Saiyan Goku is one of my like last few picks. I think it's going to be a disagreeable one in most cases, but I'm going to put it up here for my personal taste, and I think for a lot of Dragon Ball Z fans, Dragon Ball fans in general, Super Saiyan Goku has got to be. They need to make a summonable version of this guy. I think they just do. Now, to end off the 4, before I get to the 5th one, we've got Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, we already have a LF Dragon Fist Goku, right? Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And his animations is one of the best in the game. Obviously, if we get an Ultra variant, it's not going to be a legendary finish. So, in this case, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I think, just fits the bill in general. He would have a super nice ultimate. I could already see them making the ultimate one of the best Ultra ultimates in the game. His animations in general will be super good. He will obviously have blast armor. He has to be a melee type, in my opinion. Obviously, with the theme being GT this year, it just makes sense. I think G4 is a big drop, right? But if from now, we are in August, and they've dropped an Omega Shenron, from now up until the festival, I don't think they should drop anything else GT, because for one, there's going to be Daima. Dragon Ball Daima is going to release. So if we're going to get a dry spell on GT, even though this is technically GT's year, which was basically announced from the start of the year, since GT didn't get anything last year, Universe Rep's not getting anything this year. Not to say they shouldn't, but it's seeming that way so far. They haven't got anything. Ending off the year with GT and starting the year with GT just makes so much sense. It just makes so much sense. And if anybody as an Ultra is going to end off the year, it would just have to be Goku. Main character tax, you can cry about it in the comment section, but he's the main character and we're going to be continuously getting Gokus. A Super Saiyan 4 Goku would unironically go crazy hard. People might say it's like the worst festival Ultra, but I think in terms of how he looks, especially with the pose, I think he could go dumb. Like, this pose would go so dumb. Oh my god, like, it would go so crazy. The devs would definitely cook up if they do create a Super Saiyan 4 Goku as an Ultra. I don't see them missing at all. People would just probably downplay it because a lot of people don't mess with GT in general. Obviously, it's one of the older series. But I think in terms of how the games do the Super Saiyan 4's justice, it's undeniable how good it will look. Just look at Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I still think they kind of missed with his aura. They should have put his aura continuously radiating on the battlefield. But it is there in some cases, like when he hits his ultimate, when he uses his explosive green. Goku would definitely hit the bill. Like, it would just cook. It would just cook. So, I don't think this is a disagreeable one. This is actually, the whole video I've been saying people are like not my favorite picks. I actually have Super Saiyan 4 Goku as my favorite pick. It makes so much sense to start the year with GT, end the year with GT. And considering within this period between August and basically October, so August, September, October, we will not be getting anything GT related besides from Omega Shenron that we just got post anniversary, because they're going to be pushing towards the movie stuff that they're doing right now, which is already announced. And then after that, they'll probably drop Daima, which is probably going to be its own thing. Then we go into the festival, which could be pretty much anything. That's my like mindset for how they would go forward. If I was a dev, that's what I would do. If you've watched me for a long time, you know I make somewhat decent predictions. Not always, but of course you can never be always 100% on the ball. But I'd say maybe like 85% of the time I make decent predictions, especially with mechanics. But hey, that's just me tooting my own horn a little bit too much. You guys, let me know what you guys think about 4Q. I think 4Q is just the best pick. Like, it shouldn't even be a discussion with the way they've been going with GT this year. They've been dropping bombs with GT, man. Now, for my 5th option, I've got Vegito Blue. I'm just kidding. I'm just using him as an example to explain what I want to explain for this segment. Now, I told you guys earlier that they've already gone through most of the hype things that I think they could drop for the anniversary or festival. They got Super Gogeta, Gogeta Blue, they've got Vegito Blue, Super Vegito, they've got G4, and then outside of that, we've only got Ultra UI for the festival / anniversary. Now, I'm using Vegito Blue as an example because they could actually start leveling up what they have with Ultras. And I think Golden Frieza is the start of that, because he has this comeback ability where he's able to die and come back. I think he's like the only Ultra character with like a revival-esque mechanic. We have Endurance with Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Ultra Super Vegito, and I think Omega Shenron now also has that, the free-to-play. The others don't have anything like that, but with Golden Frieza, it shows me that they can make revival type characters. So if we suddenly get a Vegito Blue, considering also Future has been in the most insane drought this whole year, I don't think it's ridiculous. Now, with that conversation being said, I'm using Vegito Blue as an example for a mechanic. I'm not saying he's going to come for the festival. That's not what I'm saying at all. But of course, I know the agenda against me because this is my favorite character. Anyways, going forward, he would obviously revive into Trunks. It would be Sword of Hope Trunks. So let me even type in the SOH. It'll be Sword of Hope Trunks that he revives into, which makes sense because obviously we know Vegito Blue diffused when he was about to cook. So this is an example of something they could apply in regards to like a revival unit. Having our first Ultra revival unit, but not just in terms of revival units. They could do so much. We don't even have a tag switch Ultra character, because I think they like to give Ultra characters ultimate arts to give them that like flair, you know. That's my mindset with how they've been dropping stuff. I've been basing it off what we already have. So unless they're going to completely up the ante, even if they drop something like an Ultra finish, Ultra legendary finish, you know, that's something they could do if they're planning to up the ante now. But I think it's still a bit too early for that, you know. But that's just me throwing things out there. I also think it's too early for anything like that simply because they've started dropping these platinum equipments for previous Ultras. If they're still valuing the old Ultras, I don't see them also adding Ultra finishes, which would literally lower the value of all the old Ultras, because once there's an Ultra finish, all eyes are on Ultra finishes now. All the old Ultras just become devalued. So I think they're not going to drop an Ultra finish or anything like that. They're just going to continue dropping plats for all the Ultras that they already have currently. They need to even drop new ones for Ultra Super Saiyan Goku and Ultra Vegeta, the free-to-plays. They dropped like plats for those, like the ones with the black, but they haven't dropped the Ultra equipments for them. Like they dropped the Ultra Omega Shenron. I was almost gonna say Ultra Hit has one. I forgot who got one recently. Is it just Ultra Omega, or am I tripping? Kaioken got one. Left my mind somehow. But yeah, we've got two so far. People have been thinking we're gonna get a Broly one or an Ultra Hit one next, you know. So I don't see them dropping an Ultra finish. I see them upping the ante in ways for like revival that we already have and a tag switch, or maybe at the max transforming / multiple transformation at the max. Outside of that, they'll just continue to make the ink arts look really good, ultimate art animations really good, and the base animations really good. So yeah, I'm just using Vegito Blue as an example. It could easily be like tag 4s that fuse into G4 as an example of just an Ultra. I'm just putting it out there for sake. But yeah, let me know what character you think. This was like my 5th in conversation, but I don't actually think they're going to drop Vegito Blue. I have to say that again and again. I just wanted to bait you guys to be like, oh my god, there's no way he actually thinks Vegito Blue is going to drop. I don't think Vegito Blue is going to drop. Right, so I just wanted to end this video with like a collab segment on Daima basically, and I've got 2 other conversations that I'll have in this segment. So in regards to Daima, we all know Daima's coming out in October. It's going to be big. Obviously, it's Akira Toriyama's last project. RIP to him, the GOAT. And it's very likely that we're going to get content in Dragon Ball Legends because Daima is going to be releasing. This is given that we already have Daima content confirmed in the new hit Dragon Ball game, Sparking Zero, the next game in the Budokai Tenkaichi series. So if that game is already getting Daima content, it's very likely that every other Dragon Ball game that is still releasing content will get Daima content. So that goes for Dragon Ball Legends, Dokkan Battle, We just don't know what order or when the game, or if, it's not even if, it's when the game is going to get X units, right? Similar to how Legends got like the first playable Beast Gohan, you know? Every other game followed suit slowly after. So it could be that we get Daima literally when the Daima releases, so in the same month. It could be at the start of the festival. It could be at the end of the festival, because again, we don't know what's coming out of the Daima series. We haven't seen much. We've just seen a few characters, silhouettes, Goku and Vegeta, and some other characters, right? We don't know if Goku's going to go MUI in his kid form. We don't know if Goku is going to use Super Saiyan or he's going to get a new transformation. We don't know anything like that. It's an original series from Akira Toriyama. So given that it's most likely going to be hype factors, I believe it's going to be releasing maybe weekly or monthly. I forget. But regardless, we will be getting obviously fights in this. We've already seen fights in the trailer. Goku was using his power pole. You know what I'm saying? So for that reason, I think it's possible that we do get, you know, transformations from this series, hype characters in this series. We might even get fusions in this series. Goku, imagine a Kid Vegeta, you know, Kid Gogeta. That would look cool. We already have Gotenks, but now we got our goats, Goku and Vegeta, fusing in the kid form. And that's not even talking about anybody else, like possible Gohan. You see Frieza here. No, that I think that's not real, but just showing you as possibilities. Anyways, that's in regards to diamonds. There's no guarantee we're getting in October. We could get in the festival. That's the main point I wanted to raise. Going into the other two options I've got here, I've got Dragon Ball Superheroes. People have been mentioning this because we already know Dokkan got a bunch of collabs from this. I think this series is also finishing, or it's finished, and it could make sense to bring a collab for the festival. I'm just using Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta as an example because obviously that's my GOAT. But there's obviously, I think Gogeta has like a limit breaker form or something, which is crazy. And there's so much more going into the series. So regardless of what we get in Heroes, I think it would just be super good. If they do drop Heroes, the collab, it would make a lot of sense for them to drop a fusion out of anything else. Or maybe like Grand Priest Goku, right? Anyways, outside of that, I just want to touch on manga characters. Don't expect manga characters. To my knowledge, the reason they don't drop manga characters, there's a reason they don't drop manga characters. It's because they don't want to confuse the average viewer. The average viewer is just accustomed to the series, as in the main Dragon Ball Super series. So let me just Dragon Ball Super is accustomed to this. So when they start doing too much with like advertising the manga, which is why you don't see it advertised in comparison to the anime, it would confuse the viewer, because when you see a transformation in the manga and you haven't seen an anime, it's like, yo, what's going on, you know? The average viewer is not tapped in like that. So for you guys that keep saying, oh, they should drop manga characters, they should drop manga characters, that's one reason why they don't. I think another reason they don't is simply because of laws in regards to it hasn't been animated. So if it hasn't been animated, they can't just convert it directly into the game. It's something to do with the production process, you know? Obviously, I'm kind of headcanoning right now, but it's continuous reasons that you could easily see continuously throughout Dragon Ball when they've been releasing the series. They don't follow the trait of the manga ever, so games won't get manga releases if it hasn't been animated. So just keep it in your head, if it hasn't been animated, it's not coming out in the game. That's the main thought process you should have, just in regards to any other collabs and things like that we could get for the festival. That's going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think about my thoughts. Like I said, this is going to be a two-part series, so I'm actually starting with the Ultras, but of course they're also going to drop Legends Limiteds, so I'm going to do one for Legends Limited specifically. This was the Ultra variant. I think my picks were really good, but as you can see, unless they start recycling stuff, which they do anyways with Legends Limited, we don't have that much choice left. At least that's what it feels like. But let me know what you guys think. Maybe I missed something big, I don't know. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 100,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.